Welcome at Ask Professor. Sorry that I'm standing here and looking for shelter because of the rain in Holland. That's always typical Dutch weather. Also, we cannot go in the track, otherwise I could point out some nice things about health monitoring or whatever. But yeah, that's COVID time, so sorry for that. This is the last time for Ask the Professor. I hope you really enjoyed. I saw some nice questions, so I will handle that together with you. Hopefully you enjoyed the MOOC. And there is also a follow-up, but I will come back later to that. So let's start with the questions. So the first question was about health monitoring, and also is it already installed, and is it also a system in, for example, in Holland? Of course, we are going in the transition to go from the old way, wait till the asset is more or less died, and then you have to renew it. But the better way is to do pre-alert to know, okay, I can do some preventive actions so it will not pass away and have no renewal, so it will save money. But then, that's exactly what it is. It is a transition, so you cannot do it from one day to another, because you have to invest a lot. And also a new way of business you have. Also you need new and other employees. So it's not that easy to say, hey, we just switch over and we let's start because we have a good business case, or it is good for the full system. So it takes a lot of time, and also the people and the management and the stakeholders also are pushing to say yes to it, and that's most important. And of course the budget to make this switch, and that's time consuming, so you cannot change it in that quick. But on the other hand, when you look at the need, yes, there is a big need, and also everybody is talking about it, so that's the good news. But now we have to make the change in the full system, and that's a matter of time. Another question about structural health monitoring was about, okay, when we like to do it and we have to roll out, we also have to say, okay, how much sensors or other IDs we have to add on the rails, for example. But that's not the point, I think. We cannot say, okay, we make a new infrastructure because we like to have a new system for structural health monitoring. So you have to see it in a way of that when you like to monitor something in the track, you put it on somewhere, adjust it on the track. But that's only on one spot, because you like to look at the trains who are running over. And then it's more efficient, because then you just put in one place and you monitor everything was running over. For the assets like the rail or the sleepers or ballast, it must be something arranged from a rolling train. Because that's exactly what you need. You have to need one spot. You can arrange everything, computers and how to transfer the data. And then you run over all the rail to see what is the condition of the rail while you're doing your operation. And therefore, for me, structural health monitoring is very efficient when you can put it on a rolling train, because that's just in operating service. And when it is operating, you can drive everywhere where you come, and you can see every day, you could say, when you have enough trains equipped with these special equipments and the sensors, that you can monitor and see what the status of your assets is per day. And that's much better than what we do more or less now, to say, okay, we have a monitoring regime to see safety and geometry, etc. And that's what you only do once or twice a year. And then you only have a picture of a view of all of your track, but that's only twice a year. And then you have to make predictions how it will develop and do your maintenance, but then based on only two moments of measuring on that moment, and that's a waste of efficiency. So it's much better to differentiate your monitoring system, differentiate your maintenance, more on the spot, just on time, and then you can do that from out onboard monitoring, and that's much efficient. How to make it happen, that's already discussed in the other question. The last question was about ATO. Do we already implement it? Is it already there for heavy rail or freight lines? And the question is, yes, we already there, but it's always scary, because yeah, what about the train driver? How to do the processes when there is an accident? How to manage that? And that's exactly the problem. So it's not because of technology, because when you look at the technology, it's already done. For example, in metro systems, tram lines. When you go to the airport, from the parking station to the airport, it's more or less done. It's not that exciting, but it's more about, okay, what about the stakeholders? What about the environment? How to make the law? That's more excited to make this transition. And also the unions, of course, because train drivers like their job. So when you say no, you're not necessary anymore, then yeah, then what? But that's not the case. I think always there must be some human being in the train, because when there is a certain problem or accident, you have to push the button, somebody, and that should be the train driver as it is today. But it will be a different job. But okay, to make a summary, of course it will come, that's for sure. It's a matter of time. Don't ask me when, because that's a crystal ball. No idea, let's see. But we do some experiments, and when you look at the moment now here in Europe, we make a European rail joint undertaking with a lot of candidate founding members. We make a big plan, about 150 million euros, to make ATO happen with demonstrators in different countries. And I look very much forward for this. And it will start at the end of this year. The signature will be there from the EU. And then in the next coming 10 years, be careful and watch what will happen. Thank you very much for your efforts, your ideas, your input. I really enjoyed. Hopefully you did as well. I think you can be proud how active you all were in this program of the MOOC. There is a follow-up of this program. We have a professional education. Of course, it's not for free, but I think when you look how much you learn in this 4-time courses of 6 weeks, is really a lot about the system. That's what I like to explain. You already discovered. So be my guest if you like to go on. You can find this on online education of TU Delft. Maybe I can see and welcome you back then. And for now, good luck to finish the MOOC and see you all. Thank you.